Hiya folks, thank you for joining me, Root Beer here, and I'll be looking at another Canadian math contest. This time it'll be the Comc, also known as the Canadian Open Mathematics Challenge, and this time it'll be the 2017 paper. So if you're looking for some of the others, feel free to browse around the channel. You will find some of the older papers, and of course as time goes on I will add the 2018, 19, and so on. Okay, so as always, I'd like to encourage you to actually practice the paper on your own rather than reading solutions online or just watching my videos blindly. You can get a copy of the contest by clicking the first link in the description down below. And I would encourage you to print it out or read it on a tablet and try it out for yourself. It's a 2.5-hour paper, so if you want to set aside that time and try and do as much as you can and show as much work as you can, that's great. That's the best way to practice. Okay? And I know it's cliche, but practice makes perfect. Okay, so let's take a look at the paper here. I think they still quite haven't settled on exactly how they want the papers to look. So, you know, you can get the first page and then there's fill in all your information, but they don't have the instructions up front this year. I seem to recall they're at the very bottom of the page, or of the PDF file. No, that's the short form. Those are the sponsors. There we go. Okay, here are the instructions. So normally a proctor will read these sorts of things out to you. If you're going to try the paper, no calculators are allowed. I don't use my calculators when I'm going through the open paper, and you shouldn't either. Because if you use a calculator when you're not allowed to, you might think that you can go farther and do better on the contest than you really can. Okay. Other things that I should probably draw your attention to: 2.5-hour exam. I can't remember if I mentioned that while I was rambling at the start there. Contest is broken into 3 parts. A and B, you just need your final answer, although if you show work and have an incorrect answer, you can get part marks, which is good if we're trying to get the best score we can. The C part questions, these are the harder questions, there's 4 of them, and you have to show all your work. Okay, so we'll be trying to be extra careful when we write down our justification steps when I get to the C part videos. Okay, the rest of these instructions, the general instructions, and scrap paper and those sorts of things, if you want to pause the video to read them now, go right ahead, but I'm going to continue on. So I'm going to go through 1 question on the contest per video. That way it's easy to find the question and solution method that you want to see. Or, well, not solution method, because it's not like I just regurgitate these solutions up online that you can find. If you just want to read solutions, the second link in the description will take you to the general CMS open page, and you can find their solutions to this or any of the other contests. But the point of my videos, I have always thought, is that I talk my way through the thought process behind the question. Why would I try and do this? What technique would I employ? What theorem do I remember? And hopefully you might learn a new technique or a little bit of shorthand, or you might even be able to compare your writing style to mine and say, gee, he shows less work. Should I show a little less work? Should I stop writing paragraph after paragraph? And that sort of thing. Or, gee, he shows this much work. I should show at least that much. Okay, but we've made it all the way to A1, so that's what we're going to talk about right now. And what have we got? The average of the numbers 2, 5, x, 14, and 15 is x. So x is the average. It's also in the data set. And we just want to determine the value of x. Okay, well, how do we determine average? We add up all the numbers, 2, 5, x, 14, and 15, and we divide by how many numbers there are. So 5 in this case. Let's just double check I got the numbers right. Okay, good. So now we've got an equation that involves x. 2 and 5 is 7. 14 and 15 is 29. Bring the x over to the other side. 4x is going to be 36. Divide by 4. X is 9. And that's all there is to it. Long video just because of the introduction, but very, very short work. And yeah, there's a little box. Then if you just want to put the 9 in and you're confident in that, that's all you need to do. But you've got space to show work just in case you think you might have made an arithmetic mistake. Okay, so that was A1, and the next video will be A2. Feel free to try that out before I get to it, and I will see you for more math in the next video.